Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Farah, and I'm Sea Pines CSA's Communications Manager. And I would like to welcome you to the 2025 Meet the Candidates video. This year, we have 4 candidates running for 3 Class A residential Board of Director seats. Each candidate had the opportunity to create a 10-minute video featuring the topics of their choice. In addition to the following videos, you can learn more about each candidate by visiting their profiles on our website at seapinesliving.com/elections. As a reminder, on November 3rd, ballots will be emailed to the primary contact listed on your property record. For those without an email address, your ballot will be mailed directly to you. Ballots must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on December 1st to be counted. Thank you for being an engaged member of our wonderful community and enjoy this year's Meet the Candidates video.
Hello, Sea Pines neighbors. My name is Jim Austin, and I'm honored to have been nominated for a seat on the Sea Pines Community Services Association Board of Directors. I've spent the majority of my adult life in Indianapolis, Indiana, raising my family and running a business development firm for both for-profit and not-for-profit organizations. As a family, we have been visiting Hilton Head Island and Sea Pines for more than 30 years. And like many of you, I fell in love with Sea Pines because of its natural beauty, family-friendly environment, and a unique blend of residential and resort living. I want to serve on this board to ensure that our community remains safe, well-maintained, and financially sound while preserving the character that drew us here. My wife Barb and I, along with our 2 daughters, have just recently completed our new dream home here in Sea Pines. I'd like to talk to you about a few key issues that I believe will affect the future of Sea Pines. Our community is strong because property owners take an active role. More than 5,800 members from 46 states and several countries choose to call Sea Pines home. We have miles of leisure trails, boardwalks, and lagoons to maintain, and we rely on a dedicated professional staff and a volunteer board to keep things running smoothly. By serving on the board, I will work to engage all residents, full-time, part-time, and rental property owners, so that decisions reflect the entire community. As you know, traffic can be a real problem at times in Sea Pines. Our community has become a popular post-COVID destination with increased property owner guests, short-term renters, and visitors that have pushed the Greenwood and Ocean Gates to capacity. Many of you have responded to a CSA survey that said you were concerned about traffic at the Greenwood Gate. To address this, the board created a traffic task force that is working with elected officials to secure resources for improvements to the Sea Pines Circle and the Greenwood Gate. I support this effort, and I will advocate for solutions that improve traffic conditions. Our infrastructure is aging. The roads, leisure trails, drainage pipes, bridges, and boardwalks. Severe storms recently dumped over 30 inches of rain, raising the water table and leaving standing water on some of our streets. In response, CSA crews did a fantastic job of discovering new vulnerabilities while inspecting and cleaning storm drains, culverts, and lagoons before, during, and after each of these rain events. But reactive maintenance isn't enough. We must continue to invest in long-term solutions. Looking forward, we must plan for climate resilience. Our community lies in a low-lying coastal area. Rising seas and heavier storms continue to threaten our infrastructure. Now, as you know, infrastructure and services can be expensive. The 2025 budget relies heavily on residential assessments and gate fees. After paying for maintenance, security, and major repairs, there's little left. We must explore new and additional funding sources. Sea Pines' beauty is our greatest asset. Our 5,000-acre community includes miles of trails and 89 acres of lagoons. I'm very proud of the fact that recent repairs to beach boardwalks at Tower Beach restored access for people with limited mobility. As your board representative, I will prioritize maintenance of trails, boardwalks, and beach access points. I feel these amenities are the heart and soul of Sea Pines. Now, you may know flooding, standing water, and mosquitoes are not just nuisances, they can threaten health. The CSA's maintenance team is already cleaning ditches and culverts and managing lagoon levels. I will support investing in proactive drainage, maintenance, mosquito control, and environmental monitoring. I will also explore opportunities to partner with conservation groups to protect our forest preserve and wetlands. So in closing, I'd just like to say, to my family, Sea Pines is more than a neighborhood, it's our home. By serving on the CSA board, I will work to relieve traffic congestion, strengthen our infrastructure, ensure financial stewardship, improve safety and security, protect our environment, and foster open communications. I ask for your vote, and more importantly, your engagement in our community. Together, we can protect, maintain, and enhance the resources of Sea Pines for generations to come. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to serving you.
Greetings, Sea Pines community. My name is Joseph DuBois. I'm glad to submit this short video about who I am and why I'm seeking your vote as a Class A Board of Directors of CSA. I've been a resident of Hilton Head Island since 2010, and my family and I have owned in Sea Pines since 2019, first along Old Military Road and presently on Baynard Peninsula. I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, and moved to South Carolina with my family at age 15. Following graduation from Somerville High School in 1996, I enrolled at the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, where I was a member of the Honors Program, a member of the Summerall Guard, and a company commander. After graduating with a degree in civil engineering in 2000, I attended the University of South Carolina's School of Law, graduating in 2003. I was enrolled in the South Carolina Bar Association as a lawyer in 2003 and the Georgia Bar Association in 2023. I currently practice as a civil litigation attorney. My law firm has offices both in Hilton Head Island and Sea Pines shops and also in Bluffton. I'd like to serve the Sea Pines community to assist with preserving and growing its unique status as an ideal community within the town of Hilton Head Island. I am a member of the Town of Hilton Head Island Planning Commission, and in that role, I strive to preserve the uniqueness of the town of Hilton Head Island. I would like to volunteer with the Sea Pines Board of Directors to do so similarly for the Sea Pines community. As both a resident of Sea Pines and a working professional within Sea Pines, I feel that I can contribute a meaningful perspective to the Board of Directors. I am confident that the skills I possess as a practicing attorney with an engineering background will serve the board well. Thank you for your consideration as a candidate.
Hi, my name is Ann Leahy. I'm a candidate for the Class A Residential Board of Directors position on the Sea Pines Community Services Associate Board, otherwise known as CSA. I was elected to the board in the fall of 2022 and started my service in January of 2023. Many of you already know me, as I have been the treasurer since January of 2023 for basically the last 2.5 years, and served as the Finance Committee chair as well. I also served on the Finance Committee from 2018 to 2022 prior to joining the board. I am well qualified for re-election to the CSA board. Since 2022, there's been a lot of changes in property ownership, and I wanted to introduce myself to many of you. I am a full-time resident of Sea Pines. I live there with my husband, Michael, and our golden retriever, and we spend 8 months of the year in Sea Pines. We do retreat to New England during the summer months so that we can escape the heat and humidity. We do appreciate the unique character of the Low Country, and especially sea pines. And we started coming to sea pines in 2014 when we started renting during the winter. And then we decided to retire in 2018. We chose sea pines for our permanent residence. I am originally from New England. I went to school at the University of Hartford and graduated with a business degree in accounting. I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers for 34 years. During that time, I spent time in 4 major cities. And during my tenure, I served as an audit or financial statement partner with an expertise in higher education, healthcare, and not-for-profit organizations. For many years, I've chosen to dedicate my time and expertise to causes that align with my values, including animal welfare and higher education, as well as supporting my local communities like Sea Pines CSA. I've accumulated over 3 decades of working with animal rescue from contributing operational support, as well as hands-on working with Goldens in moving them from the southern region up to New England. I've also served on boards where I've held positions such as Finance Committee Chair, Corporate Secretary, Corporate Treasurer, and Vice Chair. Within higher education, I am serving or have served on 2 boards of universities, concentrating on best practices in governance and management and board reporting. As secretary to one board, I helped them implement a comprehensive enterprise risk management process and facilitated educational discussions with the board on the highest level risk topics relevant to the institution. So my credentials of long-term service to not-for-profit organizations and my previous experience with CSA allow me to continue to make significant contributions to CSA and its membership. I would like to highlight a few of the most recent contributions. First, in my role as CSA treasurer, I worked with senior management to develop more standardized financial reporting on a quarterly basis so that we share key data and insights with the board and the community. Secondly, for those of you who view the CSA board meetings, either online as a recording, live, you will observe that I've implemented a more structured approach to quarterly reporting. I would like to make sure that presentations and related financial data can be accessed on Sea Pines Living website, and I have made sure that is available. And responsibility are central values in my work, and I consider the careful stewardship of CSA's resources and finances to be critically important. Thirdly, I've recruited new members to the Finance Committee and organized discussions with the committee. The Sea Pines community includes property owners with a variety of backgrounds, and there are 9 property owner positions with 3 groups with a 3-year term each. And the community now includes bankers, accountants, auditors, investment professionals, and insurance executives, as well as several board members. All of the members provide valuable commentary during the meetings. And finally, I work closely with senior management to create the critical infrastructure fund reporting framework, that spreadsheet that you see me present on every quarter. And I played an integral role in formulating the inaugural 3-year capital plan, the first one ever. Furthermore, our team has developed standardized protocols for management and board reporting, along with clear procedures for communicating infrastructure fund expenditures and collections. I do not intend on resting on my previous accomplishments. Looking ahead, I have outlined several key priorities for my continued service to the board. First, I will continue to actively lead strategic planning and decision-making processes within the CSA Executive Committee and Finance Committees and the board, ensuring effective governance and alignment with organizational goals. By maintaining a leadership role, I am committed to drive organizational effectiveness and support achievement of key operational objectives, therefore contributing to the resilience and success of CSA. Secondly, I would like to improve the financial forecast oversight to support CPINE's long-term stability. I would like to implement regular reviews and updates of operational financial forecasts to ensure accuracy and responsiveness to changing market conditions. I would like to establish a dedicated team or committee to monitor fiscal trends, identify potential risks, and recommend corrective actions promptly. By strengthening transparency and accountability in the budgeting process, CPINES can enhance its financial resilience and better position itself for sustainable growth over time. My goal is to continue to educate the community on the most important factors that drive the operational and capital budgets at CSA. Understanding any major risks to achieving success are important points for both board members and the community. Thirdly, my formalized presentations will continue, and I will maintain an open and consistent financial communication with community stakeholders. This can involve sharing regular financial reports, hosting forums for feedback and questions, and by being transparent in the budget about budgeting, expenses, and funding sources. By doing so, organizations build trust and cultivate positive relationships with stakeholders, ensuring that everyone remains informed and included in important financial decisions. I believe that the key to understanding how CSA ticks is important for all community members to understand what it takes to operate CSA. Finally, I would like to oversee the implementation of procedures that ensure that board reporting is guided by established processes and procedures rather than dependent on individual board members. At this critical juncture of CSA, prioritizing the allocation of operating and reserve funds for key capital and infrastructure projects is very important. Monitoring the expenditures, monitoring the punctual and on-time completion of all operating capital initiatives is also of vital importance. A couple of the upcoming challenges include addressing the reconfiguration of the Greenwood Gate Drive and the Greenwood Gate Access, which currently lack funding and will require additional revenues to pay for any changes in the future. I would like your support during this election. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lori Wellinghoff, and I'm running for the CSA board. My husband David and I chose CPINES as our full-time home in 2020 because we believe that this is one of the most beautiful and vibrant communities anywhere. I'm also proud to be the daughter of one of CPINE's original developers. I'm running because I care deeply about preserving and improving the quality of life and property values we all share. We're at a pivotal moment in CPINES. I want to be part of the team that helps us seize opportunities and solve challenges, both inside our gates and in partnership with the broader island. Traffic is a problem. The I-278 corridor and roads feeding into CPINE Circle are congested, and it's more than frustrating. It threatens our community's accessibility. Many of the essential workers who keep our island running, public safety, healthcare, hospitality, and home services, live in the growing communities that are upstream. We must plan now to ensure CPINES remains accessible to these workers. Workforce housing is also a critical piece of that plan. CPINES has the island's largest population and should be a key player in island-wide efforts to address workforce housing. By working with the town, county, other gated communities, and employers, we can find solutions so people can live near where they work. Other resort communities have succeeded in doing this. So can we. Inside Sea Pines, governance must be more open and connected to residents. Before the COVID shutdown, CSA board meetings were open to the public to attend in person. Many residents, like one I spoke to recently, miss those meetings because it made him feel informed and connected. We should bring back open board meetings and community events like community coffees, where residents engage with CSA staff and each other to learn how our community functions. Open board meetings should be held both in person and live streamed via Zoom so residents who are out of town can stay involved. I also want to restore CSA committees that bring property owners' expertise into decision making. Before most of our community's committees were eliminated by the CSA board in 2023, we had 10 or so committees working on everything from sustainability and safety to community standards, technology, and future-focused planning. These committees solved problems and prepared our future leaders. Tapping into our community's vast talent, again, will lead to more open, inclusive approach on the issues that matter most. Transparency matters too. Property owners should have access to information about spending, contracts, and governance. A secure online property owner-only portal containing every document that impacts our individual property rights should be available just for members to help build trust, avoid expensive and divisive lawsuits, and ensure we are all on the same side and the same page. And one more thing. Let's bring back in-person CSA Meet the Candidate forums. Maybe a little better than just a video. We all deserve the chance to hear directly from the people asking for our votes and to be able to ask them questions. In short, I'm running to make Sea Pines more proactive, transparent, and united. We have the talent and shared passion to get this right together. Now a little about me. I'm in my 4th year serving on the Sea Pines Property Owner Association Board, known to many of you as ASPO. I launched and continue to produce the Third Tuesday Speaker Series, now entering its 4th season, and I organize the Tower Beach BYOB Social, events that help foster a stronger sense of community. I also lead communication for the Sea Pines POA, including writing the monthly newsletter that keeps property owners informed about key issues and happenings. In 2023, I helped drive support for the referendum to amend our 1974 covenants to allow electronic voting on governance issues, which passed with 95% approval, proof that there is much we can agree on. And I continue to drive the initiative in Sea Pines and with leaders of many of the island's other gated communities to transition away from gas-powered leaf blowers toward quieter, cleaner alternatives. And I also currently serve on the Sea Pines Architectural Review Board, or as many of you know it, the ARB. In 2022 and 2023, I served on the CSA Land Use Management Committee, which became the Community Standards Committee and was eliminated in 2023 by the CSA board. It's time to put the community back in community standards by bringing property owner involvement back to this important department that affects our quality of life. I'm also on the board of Hilton Head's Coastal Discovery Museum and involved with the Greater Island Council, Women in Philanthropy, World Affairs Council, Lean Ensemble Theater, and the Sea Pines Heritage Farm Community Garden. I asked a friend if I sounded too busy, something I worried might concern some voters. And I loved his response. He said, Benjamin Franklin once said, if you want something done, ask a busy person. I hope that resonates with you as it does with me. As to my history, before retiring and moving here, I built businesses, led teams, and contributed to my community. I founded a company called DIGS, a residential real estate, architecture, interior design, and construction company in Cincinnati. In 2013, the Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce named me its Entrepreneur of the Year. Prior to that, I was a C-suite senior executive at a Fortune 100 media conglomerate, and prior to that, a senior executive at a top 10 global advertising agency. I've served on numerous nonprofit boards throughout my career, often in leadership roles. One experience that stands out as particularly relevant to serving on the CSA board is my 15-year tenure as the volunteer board president of the Hyde Park Square Business Association in Cincinnati. This organization represents more than 250 independently owned retail, restaurant, and professional service businesses, as well as several large condominium and apartment buildings. Through this role, I developed a deep understanding of the challenges and rewards of bringing together and balancing the needs of diverse stakeholders. In closing, I'm seeking to serve on the CSA board to help Sea Pines be more proactive, more transparent, and more united, both within our gates and in collaboration with the broader island community. We have the talent, the commitment, and the opportunity to do things right together, not just behind closed doors, but out in the open where everyone has a voice. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It would be an honor to earn your vote and serve the community we all love. I'm committed to being accessible, responsive, and always ready to listen. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out at loriwellinghoff@gmail.com or call me 513-403-5520. Thank you very much. And one more thing, I am shamelessly trying to get your vote. This is my dog. Vote for me because I have the sweetest dog. Her name is Happy Wellinghoff. Happy, say hi. There you go, Happy. Vote for Happy Wellinghoff.